Oddly enough, this is one of the first versions of this I've seen come through here besides the one I have from Disney. This is the SE Rey Skywalker, or Rey Palpatine, or Rey Palpawalker, or Rey Skypatine, or Rey. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Today we're taking a look at a character's lightsaber that we just don't see come through here very often. The only one I think I reviewed besides the Dark Rey version was this one that I got over at Galaxy's Edge, which weighs 37,000 pounds. Now, besides the weight on this one, I actually do like what her lightsaber looks like. It's very different. It's very cool. I believe it was like the top of her staff. Which is really cool because I like the fact that she kind of reused something she had and made a lightsaber out of it. Now, this version here that was sent over is the SE version, so it's going to resemble the Rey lightsaber, but it's going to be quite a bit different. Now, this is the SNV4 Pro, so thank you to Artsabers for sending this over for everybody to check out. Now, a lot of you have emailed me when I was getting to this. I know it's been sitting here for months at this point, but you know, there's just other better lightsabers that I knew would get more views and newer versions of things that I really just wanted to get to, but I really do want to get to this because I have gotten a lot of emails about it. So again, thank you to Artsabers for sending this on over. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down in the description if you want to check it out, and everything else over at Artsabers. If you're new and stopping on by for your first lightsaber review, thank you so much for coming on by. Drop on down, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button for upcoming videos. I have a lot of lightsabers to come. There's like a stack of them right behind me. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much, as always, for stopping by for another lightsaber review. And I want to send a special thank you to all my YouTube channel members for helping support this channel. And your support not only helps me keep these videos going, but it also helps feed a couple of cute dogs. Let's get on into this unboxing. I did a review for the Dark Rey lightsaber some time back, and now this is the first time I'm actually reviewing one of these particular lightsabers, her regular lightsaber that we see at the end of the movie, and it's the only time we ever see it. So I know they're working on a new Rey movie, so maybe we'll see a lot more of this lightsaber, and a new version at some point will come along to the channel so I can review that. All right, now we'll take a closer look at that in just a minute. So we also get the USB charging cable, extra retention screws, and an Allen key. Looks like you're also going to get an Artsabers plaque, and we got a blade plug. A set of white fancy gloves. Now, this is a SNV4 Pro, so you'll get a full manual to run everything, and a display stand. And right in the middle is a little spot for the plaque. You can put the Artsabers plaque in there, and your Rey lightsaber right on top there. Very nice. Now, this will come with a 1-inch blade. This is a 1-inch diameter blade. I'm going to use a 32-inch blade, but this one is the ultra bright blade from Artsabers. I'll put a link to this also down below. You can buy this separately. Now, I've really been enjoying these blades. It has 684 LEDs in it, and I know when these first came out, a lot of people were worried about so many different things, but I've been using these blades for quite some time now, months. I've been using these blades, and I haven't had one problem with any lightsaber, Profi, SNV4 Pro, Xeno, nothing. These blades work beautifully. So given the fact that this Disney's Galaxy's Edge version is the only other version I have on hand to refer to, it's not a 100% fair side-by-side, especially since this is an SE version. It's always a ripped-down version of the normal version, like the actual replica style versions. But this is the only thing I have here to compare to. So just starting here at the top, they both have that kind of bolt kind of look here. It's all squared off on all the edges. However, this one, the Galaxy's Edge one, did have the teeth that come out. This does not have any teeth. Just has a blade plug you could pop right on in there. And what this has is the kind of like the etching, like the artwork of what these teeth would look like if it was there. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. Again, SE version, it is totally ripped down. And here on the SE, we have the indications where these little bars would be right there. They do have the springs in there, along with you know, the Galaxy's Edge version here. What this does have that the Galaxy doesn't, because of how it's designed, is that you can actually see the light come through that little hole, which is a lot more accurate to screen. So that's fantastic. Galaxy's Edge knob doesn't turn, neither does this one. Galaxy's Edge does have a switch, and this has a button. This really should be the activation right here. This has some design work here, this doesn't. We've got the springs, and we've got the springs, and then we have the indication of where these bars would be. And then we have our audio vents coming out through over here and a slit down over here. So it's well vented. Now, the one thing I've noticed about a lot of REY lightsabers that I've seen is that they don't really come wrapped like this. This is a lot more accurate to screen, and I've seen a lot of REY lightsabers just come without the wrapping. But if you do go this SE route, I mean, you could always kind of get your own wraps and just kind of wrap around and cut a little hole for the button there. I mean, I've got a bunch of wraps here that I could just show you a sample of what it could possibly look like. Here's one right here. This is a leather wrap that I got on eBay. So, you know, just a little something like that. I mean, you can go in there and just wrap something yourself with a two-tone kind of material with a couple of different wraps on it, or even stain it, use a lighter one, stain the middle. I mean, there's 1,000 different variations of this that you can do to make it your own, and just cut a little hole in there for the button. But if you didn't even want to cut a hole for the button is right here. You could just give it a push. You know, so it does work rather fine. So if you did want to hide the button under a wrap, just make sure when you're gluing one on, don't glue anywhere around near the button. You know, and then the other option is when you're wrapping and you get around near the button, just take an X-Acto knife, like a really sharp razor, and just cut around the circle. It's just options. You don't have to do this. You can leave it exactly as is. It just really depends on, you know, what you would want this for and how you want it to look for yourself. And the color, obviously, of this one is quite a bit darker than this. This is a nice darker gray, and this is pretty much a matte black finish. But let me tell you, if you just took a little bit of time and just weathered this up a little bit, just take some sandpaper to the edges all around here, and maybe a little bit of brown or burnt sienna paint, and kind of get all in there. I mean, this thing would be awesome looking. So this is the SNV4 Pro, and even though it's an SE, it has all the exact same power as the regular SNV4 Pros. The SE basically just means the hilt is kind of dumbed down a little bit, but all the internals are exactly the same. So you can pull up the Force Park V2 app and have all the same control and power. Change your sound fonts.
I am the Inquisitor.
You could change your blade effects.
Unstable blade. Pulse blade.
And you can notice, like I was saying before, you could see the blade come through there.
Fire blade. Flash blade. Tell me, is this training? My training? No.
And then you even have your boot up effects down here.
Hunter ignition. Cross ignition. Phaser ignition. Photon ignition. Sputtering ignition.
All right, so we're actually going to use this one for the video. It actually kind of ignites green, and then the blade comes out, just like REY's lightsaber actually does. It's called a sputtering ignition. And always keep in mind you have all your adjustments for your blade length, the speed, all that kind of stuff over in here. And then you can go over into your blade effects and download, go into public effects and download just tons of different blade effects. You can actually just click on preview and it'll show you what that blade effect looks like. So here's another one. Got a flicker one there. There's another one right there. So the one thing I like about having the button here that is lit is you can kind of navigate through the menu without having to count in your head. It'll blink for all the menus. So one blink is volume.
Mute. Volume high.
There's 3 volume levels. Then 2 blinks. 2.
Standard ignition.
You have your ignitions. And 3 blinks. 3.
Custom blade 2.
Is your blade effects. And 4 blinks. 3, 4 is your fonts. All right. You can hear the accent swings in there. Go nice and slow. And then fast. Very nice. We have flash on clash. We have lockup. We have tip drag. We do have twist on and twist off. And I like that it does have that sputtering effect, because that's what Rey's lightsaber does. Very cool. I know the Xenos have those too in there. Now this lightsaber is very easy to swing around too. These ultra bright blades are so nice. The only thing about them is that, yeah, they do drain the battery down quite a bit faster than just the standard 2-strip LEDs that are in it. This has basically 6 rows of LEDs. So you're utilizing a lot more LEDs compared to the standard 2-strip. But they look beautiful. So if you want to change the color of the blade while it's on, just give it a flip upside down, hold your button, and give a twist. All right, so I charged this battery about 2 days ago, so it's been sitting in here, and I had about a solid half hour to 35 minutes of playtime with this ultra bright 684 LED blade. And like I was saying, they do drain the battery quite fast compared to the normal 2-strip blades because there are so many more LEDs in here. So I got about 35-ish minutes of playtime during the making of this video, and then it crapped out. So I'm just finishing up this review, and I hear the television turn on in the other room. What is going on in here? Maui, are you watching Stargate? Yeah? Yeah, it's a good show, right? Stargate Atlantis? Yeah, that's a good show. How did you get the remote anyway?
You're late.
So I threw it in the charger just so I could do this ending. This is the Rey Skywalker SE Lightsaber SNV4 Pro from the folks over at Artsabers. Thank you guys so much for sending this over for everybody to check out. I'll put a direct link and discount code for everybody down in the description if you want to check this out and everything else over at Artsabers. Let me know what you think down below of the Rey SE. And if we want to help out support the channel just a little bit, click on that join button and help feed a couple of dogs. All right, I'll see you all on the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.